You ever try explaining the Electoral College to a 7th grader? Or hell, to a sober adult? It's like describing a Rube Goldberg machine built by drunk aristocrats who really didn't trust poor people. Let's back up. I'm not here to rage against the Constitution like it's a villain in a dystopian Netflix series. I like the Constitution. I've worn the uniform. I swore the oath. But liking the original doesn't mean we don't get to ask, hey, does this antique still work in a world with nuclear codes, TikTok, and billion-dollar data farms? So why rewrite the Constitution? Specifically, why kick the tires on the Electoral College? Because right now, the way we pick the leader of the free world looks like a group project in a dysfunctional high school civics class. Except instead of fixing it, we're told, nah, this is fine, this is how we've always done it. Yeah? We also used to bloodlet people with leeches. Doesn't mean it should still be in the CDC handbook. Let's talk structure. The Electoral College was built in an age where travel usually involved a horse and maybe smallpox. The founders were trying to balance big states, small states, slave states, and spoiler alert, a lot of the system was about managing power, not empowering people. Fast forward to now, we've got swing states with the political gravity of a black hole and millions of Americans whose votes basically get turned into packing peanuts. And I get it. We don't want New York or California steamrolling the country, but here's the thing. Nobody's asking for a coastal monarchy. What we're asking is, can we have a system that doesn't treat voters in Wyoming like platinum members and voters in Texas suburbs like economy class with a broken seatbelt? Here's what I'm proposing, and it's not that radical. Electors still exist. If you need your ceremonial cosplay, fine. But their votes locked into how we actually vote. You vote, it counts. District by district, state by state, no more faithless electors, no more double counting cows in the Dakotas. And if no one wins outright, we have a backup plan that isn't send it to the House and pray they remember what century it is. Ranked choice, national popular vote considered. States matter, people matter, and we don't have to roll the dice in Congress like it's a drunken game of Constitution Yahtzee. You want to talk about structural limitations? The Electoral College is the equivalent of trying to stream 4K video through a dial-up modem. We keep rebooting the Republic, but the operating system's still in DOS. And here's the kicker. We don't need to wait for it all to collapse. We can fix the wiring before the house burns down. That's not radical. That's called adulthood. I know. But the founders, yeah, they knew they didn't have all the answers. You think George Washington foresaw server farms, deep fakes, and nuclear footballs? He thought political parties were a bad idea. Look at how well that aged. So this isn't about tearing anything down. It's about restoring what was meant to evolve. A government that works for us, not just one that survives despite us. The Electoral College had its moments, but maybe it's time we admitted it's like your drunk uncle who shows up at Thanksgiving 3 bourbons deep. Love him, but maybe he shouldn't be picking the next president. Let's upgrade the system for the Republic, for all of us.